Winton Motor Raceway, the current layout was changed back in 1997 to the existing 3-kilometre, 12-turn layout clockwise in direction. Interestingly, this has got the slowest average speed of any track on our tour at just on 130 kilometres an hour. And the top speed is here on the front straight. The cars will approach just on 225 k's, which again is a pretty slow number. Patience is the real key here, and it's very easy to overdrive this racetrack. It's characterised by a whole series of second gear corners. In fact, there are 6 of them. And the temptation is to buzz up those rear tyres, slide the back of the car and make yourself slow. So the key is sit the car on the rear wheels, don't overload one side or the other, and equally don't rush up to corners, plough on a heap of steering lock and punish the front tyres. You understeer, run wide, the lap time will be slow. Just like it was at Queensland Raceway a couple of weeks ago, it's an all sprint tyre weekend. Speeds are going to be up, the lap record's under threat. Marcus Marshall's 122.9 could go. And just as it was at Queensland, marbles once again are going to be a big issue. These are going to be all over the racetrack. Get offline and you'll be in a heap of trouble.
Few places in Australian motorsport create as much drama as Turn 1 here at Winton, and that's for a couple of reasons. Number one, if you look at the pit lane exit after a pit stop where you come out onto the circuit, the acute angle at which it attacks the circuit. So from the race car seat, when you're in the car and you come out into the traffic, it is very difficult with your mirrors to see what's out and the cars with their proximity to you. Secondly is the braking area. Now this is the longest braking area on this particular circuit. All pretty straightforward, except it's got a great big hump in it, a great rise, so the cars get very light as they come over it and very, very easy to lock your brakes and spear off down here into the grass. And thirdly, this circuit, unlike any other in the country, is 12 metres wide down there at the start line, but funnels down here into Turn 1 to 8 metres wide. We don't see that anywhere else, so cars can get 3 and 4 wide off the start line and they simply can't fit through the S-bends here. Now, I've seen some of the best drivers in the country, even blokes in red cars, really bugger this up.
Another unique part of Winton is this big, fast Turn 5 sweeper. It's almost 180k. It's a big, fast lead-in, and it's very nervous. The car tries to oversteer on the way in, and one of the really unique parts and difficult parts is to get this apex right. The car gets nervous, try to turn it in, it moves around, and then you've got to make a second apex, which is around the back of the corner. In the middle of the corner, they do about 140k, so you knock about 40 kilometres off the car, try to get the balance right around the middle, and then at the back of this, which you can see as you lead off 6 and into 7, is a great passing opportunity. So you have to do a really nice, neat job to position the car well to get down the inside for one of the most difficult little parts, the slowest corner on the track.
Turn 11, this is the second last corner on the track, and this is a corner that you can really attack. It is very, very bumpy under braking here, and you'll see cars fire up the inside, and you can drag the front of the car into here, even with some understeer, even locked up on occasions, because you can get a little bit of speed, a little bit of a gain on the way in. That might mess up your exit, but that doesn't matter that much here because it's only 100 metres run down to Turn 12. Now, that's an entirely different story. Turn 12, because it runs onto your big, long pit straight, it's very important that you do get the front of the car into there nicely, get the car squared off, sitting down in the rear and power down, because whilst coming out of there sideways with bucket loads of oversteer might look great, I can guarantee you it's slow.